nerves. And you see here highlighted what is known to be as the brachial plexus. The brachial plexus is a network of nerve fibers that run from the spine, formed by the ventral rami of C5 to C8 and also T1. So it's formed by the ventral rami of the lower four cervical and first thoracic nerve roots. Now the brachial plexus proceeds through the neck, the axilla, armpit region, and into the arm, as you can see here on this image. Now just a quick overview, very quick, because the brachial plexus is a complex topic and we're going to be covering it on a separate tutorial. Just a quick review that the brachial plexus is divided into roots, trunks, divisions, cords, and also branches. And in this video, we are going to basically talk about some of the cords and some of the branches. Now, what you see here, the cords are known to be as the lateral cord, as you can see here highlighted in green. There is also a medial cord that you see now highlighted in green, and this one highlighted as well, known as the posterior cord. And they're named, if you remember correctly, by their position in relation to the axillary artery. Now, numerous branches arise from each cord. However, we are going to discuss only those that are relevant for the upper arm. Just a quick list here that on the lateral cord, if you remember from the first list that we looked at, that on the lateral cord we're going to be talking about the musculocutaneous nerve that is seen highlighted on this image. And also the lateral root of the median nerve comes from the lateral cord of the brachial plexus. Now a few words on the musculocutaneous nerve. This nerve innervates the following muscles: the coracobrachialis, the brachialis, and the biceps brachii. Now moving on to the median nerve, as you can see now highlighted in green. Now this nerve has a root that arises from the lateral cord and another one that arises from the medial cord. Both will innervate numerous muscles, including the different flexes of the arm and also hand muscles. Now the following branches of nerves arise from the medial cord, which are the medial root of the median nerve, as you can see here on the left image. And on the right image, you see highlighted the ulnar nerve. So both of these come from the medial cord. Now a quick information here on the medial root of the median nerve. We've seen before that the lateral root comes from the lateral cord of the brachial plexus, and you see here the lateral root and the medial root joining to form then the median nerve, as you can see here highlighted in green. And we're ready now to move on to the next nerve of the medial cord of the brachial plexus, seen now highlighted in green. This is known as the ulnar nerve, which runs near the ulna. Now, this nerve is the largest unprotected nerve in the human body, meaning that unprotected by there is no muscle or bone covering it. So it's quite superficial. It's quite close to your skin. So injury is commonly associated to the ulnar nerve. Now we're seeing here an image of the elbow, so I can just have here an outline of the ulnar nerve to show you that this nerve is trapped between bone and the overlying skin at the elbow, and bumping it can be painful. Still on the ulnar nerve, I would like to mention the different muscles that this nerve will be innervating. One will be the flexor carpi ulnaris, for example. Another one will be the flexor digitorum profundus, and several muscles from the hand. We're moving on to another cord of the brachial plexus, this time seen here highlighted in green. This is the posterior cord, and the posterior cord have branches known as the subscapular nerve, the axillary nerve, and also radial nerve, which will be innervating different structures on the upper arm and shoulder. Starting off with this one here highlighted in green, this is the subscapular nerve. And this nerve supplies the lower part of this muscle that you now see highlighted in green of the subscapularis. So the subscapular nerve will innervate the lower part of the subscapularis. And another muscle that will be innervated by the subscapular nerve is the teres major. Another information that you need to know about the subscapular nerve is that it consists of fibers from C5 to C6 of the spinal nerves. The next one on our list is this one that you see highlighted in green, known as the axillary nerve, also known sometimes as the circumflex nerve. This originates from the brachial plexus at the level of the axilla or armpit and carries nerve fibers from C5 and C6. In terms of upper arm innervation, the axillary nerve supplies then the deltoid and teres minor muscles. The last on the list is this one that you see highlighted in green, and we're looking at it from the interior view of the upper arm and also the forearm. This is the radial nerve. And the radial nerve is a nerve in the human body that supplies basically the upper arm, as you can clearly see. Now, it supplies or innervates different structures, including the triceps brachii. This muscle is innervated by the radial nerve. Also, 12 muscles, which are mainly responsible for extension of the wrist and digits and supination of the forearm, and also associated joints and overlying skin. So this is an important nerve of the upper extremity, as you can see, because it is innervating a lot of structures.